What's up with y'all young boys? Welcome back to another video. What's going on with y'all, man? Today we got a Hello You Seen video, and guess who it's about? The infamous David. He's just a horrible little cornball. Horrible little ball of corn. And we can see it's not just a ball of corn. I have a lot of words about this guy, but I'm not going to put it in the intro of the video because then they like to demonetize you and do stuff like that. But he is a horrible, god-awful person that deserves to be put under a jail and deserves whatever's going to come to him in the future for what he's done. But we got a Hello You Seen video. Let me go ahead and like this video because I'm going to like it. And I know it. This video is 18 minutes, 59 seconds, so let's get right into it.
What's popping, y'all? And it looks like David's friends are coming out, and some people were silenced. First off, there are two people I'm going to speak about in particular. One guy was trying to expose him years ago, and it just came up short. And I think he's getting a little bit too much hate on social media for how things panned out, because everybody's got hindsight is 2020. But this person I'm talking about the handle is Inglesi. And he also makes music, and he would tweet out, David, WTF, man, on September 17th. And then he would follow it up with, been trying to expose David since 2023. And he shows a Discord chat.
If, like I said before, and I said it in the previous David videos, whoever knew about this is a piece of shit. You deserve to go to jail with him. Her parents, The worst people in this situation is the people that knew about it. I seen a video I think it was last night. I was sitting there scrolling through TikTok and I came across a David video. They actually said, where there's a video of the teacher, there's actual footage of the kids recording the teacher talking about it. And the teacher said out of his own mouth that he knew about the relationship with the person that was over 5 years older. Look, David was born in 2005. The girl that was killed was born in 2010. And the teacher knew about it. Not only the teacher knew about it, the sister knew about it, the mom that knew about it. Who knows if the dad is even in the picture? That's beyond the point. But everything pointed to signs that this person was taking advantage of this little girl. He was paying people not to talk about her. He was doing all this other stuff, paying people not to come out. Like, there was so much evidence against David, but nobody did anything about it. Everybody who sat there and watched this go on is a piece of shit.
With this other guy who's playing Roblox, and he says he only adds under girls. He says, I know, right? He says, I'm not.
Look at all these people. Look at everybody in this Discord conversation. Look at this. James Buttergun. In 2023, he knew about this. In 2023, this person knew about it too. This is a Discord with over 99 messages.
Joking either.
It's disgusting.
He says David only talks to women from the server.
Only talks to women from the server. Oh, bro, it's simp. Huh? Yes, for real though. They're also usually, so there was more than one.
Oh, bro.
There was more than one of these little girls.
Damn, haha, Inglesi is the guy that's talking. He says, yes, for real, wow. He says, they're also usually 15, 16 too. He says, what the F? David is a PDF. Keep in mind, this was 2023, so I think David, I don't know if he was...
What's your worst essay grade?
Probably like a 71.
Worst essay grade, probably like a 60%.
Shut up.
18 yet. Regardless, the girl that passed away, the girl that he allegedly killed, it didn't even matter what age he was, frankly. It didn't matter.
Motherfucker was 13 years old. If somebody would have did something about it in 2023, like we seen in these Discord conversations right here, look at the dates. Look at all of these dates right here. March 28th, 2023. March 28th. All this stuff is from March 28th. Right, let's go back to this one. March 31st, right? Now let's go back to this picture right here. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go forward. What the fuck is this? Where is it at? So now I just can't find it. Here, let's watch the video a little bit further. Watch this.
He says, yes, for real, wow. He says, they're also usually 15, 16 too. He says, what the F? David is a PDF. Keep in mind, this was 2023, so I think David, I don't know if he was 18 yet. Regardless, the girl that passed away, the girl that he allegedly killed.
Look, all those messages from 2023, look when she was last seen. April 5th, 2024. She was 13 years old.
It didn't even matter.
In Riverside.
Matter what age he was, frankly. It didn't matter if he was 17.
Shit crazy.
So then he also says, I
Shit's
screenshotted the
fucking
story
crazy.
David posted in 2023. I found it ironic as hell. Of course they have to have kids, David.
It's a sick motherfucker, man.
You like that, don't you? He says, now that I'm 18, I'm going to need all the single mothers of 3 to hit my DMA set. You have to have 3 kids. And then this guy posts David with the 13 in 2023, by the way. And he says, David yet again with the 13. I have endless proof. It needs to be brought to light. And then he started to get a lot of hate from people that were finding out about the situation when it was identified that that girl was Celeste Rivas. And he deleted the tweet where he originally said, as you guys know, I used to be friends with David. We did songs together. We're often associated with each other. I just want to say from this day on, I will no longer associate myself with him and had no idea of the disgusting things he was doing. This guy did have a song released with him. And he said, I deleted this tweet to not confuse people. Yes, I knew about the stuff from 2023. However, most of it was brushed off. And even David himself reached out and said it wasn't true. But now it all makes sense. And this guy would post onto TikTok. He would post a TikTok video where he explains his story of everything. So I'm going to play that for you guys right now, and we're going to break it down.
So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about the David situation, and a lot of you guys may know that I used to be friends with David. And a lot of you guys have seen the stuff I put on Twitter and Instagram trying to expose him, because there was some stuff that I knew since 2023 that I have tried to make public, but you know, it's been shut down by legal team. You know, just people, friends, close friends of David. It's been shut down. They tried to, you know, I tried to post it on Twitter. They removed it. So as you can see here, I've attached some photos just of some of the stuff that's happened. There's way more, and I do hope that hopefully it comes to light. You know, I'm working with some people right now to hopefully, you know, get him exposed once and for all. Obviously as well, my prayers are going to the family of the victims, and you know, it's a disgusting thing that happened, and I just want to say that I feel guilty for, you know, knowing this, and I swear to God on everything I try my best to get it out. I've been trying since 2023. Y'all can see the proof. I've put the proof on Twitter, Instagram, you know, y'all saw it. I tried my best. I've been trying, and you know, it just didn't work. And I'm so glad, because you know, everything happens for a reason. The truth will come to light. Everything happens for a reason. This dude David had you know, ignored me multiple times. He would only get answer the messages from his underage fans. So you know, it all comes back to him. So I'm so glad that obviously this is being exposed, and yeah, that's it really. And you know, we just gotta hope for the best at this time.
Some important context here. This guy Inglesi, when this was all going on, he was still 16 himself, and on top of that, he was in a completely different country. He's from Egypt. He lives in Egypt, I believe, as well. And then he would go on to continue tweeting. And he said, David seen with Celeste in a picture from 2023. And then this person asked, who's the girl? And he credits the person that originally posted this. And then, of course, he continues getting messages of people like, why didn't you say something earlier? Why didn't you say something earlier? And he posts a tweet about the reaction that
I find
David
this whole
had
situation
to another
crazy,
guy, the one
man.
that said, yo, how old is the chick?
There was so much people that
And
knew about it.
David says, Wallahi, he's finished. I know what he leaked already. And he says, what you mean? We're literally preparing to sue him, LMAO. Lamp is about to owe $30,000. Legal team going bonkers right now. Lamp is the guy that asked the question. Lamp is the guy that...
Step into
Oh my
Wix
God.
Studio, the new web creation platform built
Shut
for
up.
agencies.
that said, hey, who's the girl? The infamous photo where he's with Celeste on what looks like a stream. And then Inglesi says, more screenshots I found from 2023 where it was mentioned David was speaking to other people under the proper age. He said they're all kids too. He says PDF David. He talks to blank all the time and she's 15. And then he posts one of the close friends stories. And then in 2023, this guy tried to bring it up and David would distance himself from him. He would block him. And he would say, bro is the most out of touch human being on the planet. And then someone asked, yo, why'd you block Inglesi? That dude's just a troll. And he says, I assume it's about Unreleased. Now, Unreleased is a song that Inglesi had with David. They had a song together. And then he says, I love trolls. That kid is unhinged. And then, yeah, so he says, another message from David in 2023 when he blocked me after apparently my claims of him speaking to Under was false. And so, of course, this guy's getting a lot more.
This is a lot of information, man. From one person. Think about it. This one person had all this information to give out to the cops. Fuck going to social media with it. Like, that never does anything. You put something to social media, then they can just sue you and call it defamation. Y'all need to realize that going to the cops is one of the best ways to get stuff nipped in the butt. What I mean by that is you're gonna go to the cops, they're gonna start an investigation. No matter how long it takes, at the end of the day, they're probably going to get caught up for stuff like this. Because this went on for long enough, and there's so much information that all it would have took is one slip up. And this little girl could have still been alive right now. But no, nobody thought to go to the cops. Everybody is afraid of being called a snitch. Everybody thinks they're a street nigga these days. Let me tell you, that street nigga code does not apply to regular fucking people. What I mean by regular people, it does not apply to people that actually abide by laws. Stop trying to think that you're a snitch for trying to tell the cops about something. Shit's fucking crazy, man. Shit is insane. Fuck. And everybody knew about this shit. That's the shit that's fucking me up.
And he says releasing a video in few hours regarding the whole David situation, addressing everything.
And nobody wanted to say anything, man. Nobody had the thought in their head to just go to the cops with this information. Nobody, not one person, not the mom, nobody. This shit's crazy.
Keep blaming me. Just so y'all know, when I tried to leak the David information in 2023, the label said they don't want me getting hate for it, so they said I, quote, leaked music, which is why I lost ties with David. I've been silenced for too long, and I'm so sorry for not speaking sooner. And then he makes it clear, just so you know, the first time I tried to make the David information public, I was 16. And I'm going to play you guys the clip where he addresses everything, and I do have my own experience of seeing this stuff firsthand, not the David situation, but situations similar where people were blocked from bringing things to light.
So obviously y'all have seen the current David situation. In this video, I just want to address some stuff. Now, a lot of people on Twitter are mad at me because in 2023, I tried to expose David for what he was doing at the time. And I just want to clear up that the stuff from 2023 was not about the Celeste girl that was obviously recently in the news. It's nothing to do with her. I didn't know about her. I didn't know she was 13. I maybe heard her name once or twice. I had nothing to do with her. The stuff I have from 2023 was nothing to do with Celeste. These were other girls, underage girls, that had claimed David had messaged them or had, relationships with them or, doing inappropriate things with them. And I want people to know that in 2023, I did try and bring the situation to light. And a lot of people remember, I was having a lot of shit for it. It got so bad that David's legal team had got in contact with me to remove everything. I've attached an email here that I received from his team in 2023. And basically they removed my song with David from, streaming services because apparently I was spreading misinformation. The thing is, after that, I got in touch with David and I was like, yo, are the claims true and all of this? And he was like, he literally said, I've got it here. He said, no, it's just some people trying to get clout. There's no evidence and stuff. After that, everything was shut down. Everything, no one else came out after that. So from my point of view, you guys need to understand that it did look like they were just claims. So a lot of people are asking me, why was I promoting a song in 2024 and 2025 that I had with David? It's because the claims that I had in 2023 were, put on hold. It's as if they didn't exist. I had no idea. I was told that they were false by David and his legal team. So after the whole situation happened, I actually felt bad for, spreading misinformation. I thought it was all fake. Obviously, with the stuff that's happened in the past 24 hours, I realized that, they're now real, and some people have come out to me and told me that, it was true. Not just that, but in 2023, when I made the claims, David's legal team did not want anyone to know that David was doing this type of stuff. So basically, they blamed me and said that I was leaking music. But I wasn't leaking any music. They blamed me for leaking music. I was leaking the facts. So they just said that they're going to blame me for leaking music. That's my punishment. My song is off. That's it. And you guys need to understand that I felt terrible. I felt like I was gonna ruin his career out. I felt like I was spreading misinformation for him. I felt disgusting, bro. I was like, I gave him claims that weren't true because from what it looked like to me, they weren't true. You know, they were cleared and everything. No one else came out after that. But then obviously now it's a different story. That's why I was promoting the songs in 2024, 2025. I was cool with him. I wasn't like, you know, friends with him and stuff, but I didn't have a problem with him. Little do I know that he hated me. He has me blocked on Twitter right now, and he's blocked me within the past 24 hours because I was not blocked prior to, you know, everything happening. And also, I just want to add that I live in Egypt. I don't live in the US. I can't go to NYPD. I can't go to LAPD. I can't get in touch with the FBI. The stuff that I have was just Discord messages, you know. I didn't have any solid evidence that he did it, but now obviously looking at it, it makes sense. So I just wanted to clear it up because a lot of people think I'm doing it for clout and I'm doing it for this and I'm doing it for that. I'm just doing it because I felt the time was right, and I've been sitting on this information, and I'm just glad it's out now. I also want y'all to know that I was 16. I was a kid. I was scared, you know. I didn't want any legal things to happen. I didn't want my family to get involved. I was a 16-year-old kid. I was petrified. But that's it, really. I just wanted to mention that I don't have anything to do with Celeste. I'm praying for her family. There's a GoFundMe link. It'll be in my comments. I'll try pin it. And at this time, we just need to pray for the best, and hopefully this dude gets what he deserves. And I'm so sorry for not speaking about this sooner. I was scared, and I'm doing what I can now.
Ron was able to get my case completely dismissed before even going to trial.
So here you had this guy Inglesi.
You know, you can't. You know, the motherfucker was 16. I'm not sure you really know any better at 16. Like, think about your 16-year-old self. Would you know any better? And not just that. I mean, he mentioned that he was in a whole different country. So, can you give him the benefit of the doubt for that? I don't know.
Talk about
Could you guys
time with David?
Leave in the comment section below. Would you guys give this dude the benefit of the doubt if he knew it all? If he knew all this shit beforehand, but he was only 16, and not only that, he was in another country. Would you give him the benefit of the doubt?
Not only does he show the email where he says he didn't know Celeste. So he's talking about this guy David was talking to other chicks that weren't Celeste, that were under 18. And then he shows the email that he got from David's team, or they were claiming that they were David's team. We don't know how, but this is from June of 2023, so the date adds up. And he says, "Hi, Ion. I represent David, and we requested that the track entitled Afraid of Myself, which features David, be removed, not the whole album." So they asked for that track to be removed, and then he's still asking people questions. So he even asks David and says, "Is the stuff you told people, or people told me about you, true?" And David says, "Nope, just some MFs trying to get clout, spreading false information." And this is in 2023 that this is being said. So at this point, this guy probably thought like, yo, what? I guess I was wrong, or I guess this isn't true, or this didn't go anywhere.
I don't want to make this video more than 20 minutes, but you guys get the gist of it, man. Like I said before, would you guys give this dude the benefit of the doubt? Me personally, I don't know, man. That's a tricky situation right there, but if you guys like this video, go ahead, tell me down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this whole conversation down below, this whole situation down below. With all that being said, you guys could go watch the full video right here. Hello, you seen extras. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you beautiful people later. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. This shit is crazy, man. Bye.